going? Back at it again with my ice sled, and that means one thing: we're going ice fishing. Somebody was out here running around with what looks like a bobcat or maybe an ATV, and they were kind enough to plow me a little path to the water, which I appreciate. I've fished this place before, but never through the ice. And we are having an exceptionally good year for ice, and so I'm traveling a little bit further south than I have been in the past, 5-10 years. And I'm getting to fish places that I just haven't fished before, which is awesome. Yeah, it's like a little runway out to the ice. Very handy. So first thing I'm going to do, as usual, is pop a few holes with my Milwaukee drill. Just flies through the ice. It's a little bit less ice here, maybe 8 to 10 inches instead of 12, 13, 14. But that's okay. 8 to 10 is still plenty of ice for me. And if I was thinking, I might have even driven further south. I set up in about 6 feet of water, 6 to 8 maybe. And there's just not a lot of water here total. You know, there's really no deep holes. And so all of it's pretty shallow. But right away I was into some fish. There was another gentleman with some traps. He was doing pretty well with the bass and the pickerel. And we chit-chatted a little bit. He told me, he actually pointed out that some guys were doing pretty well with perch out in this general area last weekend. And I set up right where he told me. And yeah, pretty much right away I was into fish. I didn't catch his name, but thank you very much, whoever you are. I appreciate it. The water here is a little bit stained, so I was fishing with a 1/8 ounce Glow Leech Flutter Spoon. I think it's a Glow Fire Tiger color. Maybe they call it Glow Fire Tiger Lightning, something like that. So it was a mix of fish that I was into, mix of perch, bluegill, pumpkin seeds, but none of them were really that big. I mean, nothing to complain about. Some of them even, like this one, he had a shiner down his mouth, and he still went after my spoon. They can be kind of greedy at certain times of the year, but that just tells me the fishing pressure is still kind of high, even in the winter. Guys are out here fishing shiners, and they might go through 2 or 3 dozen shiners if they're getting bit by these perch all day. And some of those shiners just end up in the lake, and the perch gobble them up. There's another perch. I'm fishing that leech flutter spoon with a little piece of worm on the end, but you could tip that with pretty much anything. I just have really good luck with the worms, and they're easy to store, easy to carry, cheap to buy. You can find them almost anywhere, so that's what I use. I also have some worm bins at home, and I put the extras in there, and I just keep them all year. And if I have a time where I just need some worms and I don't have time to go stop at the bait and tackle, I'll just pick them up from the worm bin, and that works pretty well too. This next fish was giving me a little bit of a hard time. I think I swung on him once or twice and I missed him. See me shaking the rod, pausing it, giving him a chance to eat, shake it some more, and there, I got him. And that's what the problem was. He's a smaller pumpkin seed. And their mouths just don't open, really wide. So I have to get them just right when they've got their mouth on the hook point. Otherwise, I just keep missing them. Usually they're pretty agreeable about coming back, though, and trying again and again and again until I hook them. All right, what's next? Shaking my rod. Once I feel like there's a fish underneath, maybe they're pecking at the worm or just tugging on the tail, I'll slow down my jigging motions and give them a chance to eat. So if there's no fish underneath me, I don't feel any fish messing with the spoon, I'll be more aggressive, try to call those fish in. But when I'm actually working a fish, I slow way down, much smaller movements, give them a chance to eat, like right there. So I caught a bunch of fish in a pretty short time period. And I thought since I was doing so well, I'd go hit another pond and see if I could get onto some bigger fish. And that didn't work out so well. I really should have stayed where the fish were active and just tried different areas. I mean, I pretty much just landed on the fish as soon as I started. And I didn't even really get a chance to explore or try to find a little bit deeper water. Like I said, it's not deep here at all. I mean, the maximum depth is probably 8 feet. But I didn't give it enough time to explore before I hit another pond. There's so many hours in the day, and you got to make choices. And it turns out this wasn't a good choice. But I'll show you a couple fish from the next pond. I upsized my spoon. I went with the gold 1/6 ounce dew jigger. I've been doing pretty well with that. Again, I'm trying to get on a better class of fish, so I'm going with a bigger spoon. I got a white perch. I ended up keeping this one for my cat for dinner. Nice looking fish. The perch seemed to be a little bit cleaner in terms of parasites. The white perch, I mean. The yellow perch seemed to have more of those little black parasites and those like yellow grubs, which I don't really like. What's this? A bluegill? Yeah, he's not bad. Maybe a little better bluegill than the ones at the previous pond, but nothing to write home about. So I gave it a solid effort. I mean, I covered a lot of ground, but I just couldn't find really what I was looking for. And I really should have stayed at that first pond and explored it some more. So thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. Just like all my other videos, I'll list all the gear in the video description so you can duplicate what I was doing out here today. Hopefully have some good success wherever you might be ice fishing around the country or around the world. I'll catch you on the next one. See ya!